Alright, so we're going to begin in a comfortable seated position. If you've got a blanket that you can sit up on, that can help you find a comfortable position. And today we're going to do some breathing with the tongue drum. We're going to move through a series of flowing yoga poses. We'll end with some rest, just some time to turn inward. So we'll begin in a comfortable seated position, crown of the head pulling up toward the ceiling. And then I invite you, if you feel comfortable, to go ahead and close your eyes. I invite you to bring your awareness to your forehead and see if you can relax and let go of any tension in your forehead. You can bring your awareness to your cheeks. See if you can let go. Notice your jaw. Notice if there's any clenching that you might be able to release. See if you can allow your neck to soften even as the crown of the head gently pulls up toward the ceiling. And we'll begin to restrict our breathing to our nostrils if you're not congested and that feels all right. Allowing the breath to flow in and out through the nose. And we'll begin to move the breath with the sounds. So we'll inhale. And exhale. And we'll try to keep the breath flowing in and out through the nostrils as we move into tabletop position to prepare for cat-cow stretch. If you'd like to, you can put a blanket underneath your knees to cushion your knees, your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. And on an inhale, bring the chest forward, drop the belly down. And on an exhale, bring the belly button up toward the spine. Let the shoulders release, head can drop. Inhaling to pull the chest forward, dropping the belly down. And exhaling to round the belly. Drop the shoulders and the chin. And you can go ahead and move through these at a pace that feels good for you this morning. Bring yourself back to neutral spine. And on an inhale, we'll bring the right arm forward and extend the left foot back. The left foot can stay on the ground or you can float it up overhead. Try to create length between your heels and your fingertips, pulling those away from each other while keeping your lower belly lifted. And switch. On an inhale, we'll lift the left arm and either extend the right foot back or float it up over in line with the rest of your body. Pull your heel away from your fingertips. Keep your lower belly lifted. And we'll switch one more time, lifting the right arm and the left leg. Keeping the breath flowing. And switch. Left arm up, right foot back. Creating as much space and length through your spine as possible. Good. You can keep the blanket there if you'd like it there for child's pose, or you can move it. We're going to bring your knees wide, big toes together, hinge back in the hips, walk your hands forward. You can put your forehead on a block if you'd like, or you can lie it flat on the mat. You can walk your hands forward, or you can put them down alongside your legs. Come up. We're going to move into a plank flow with a push-up. If you've got blocks, you're welcome to put your hands up on blocks. I'll show you how to do that. Otherwise, you're welcome to put them flat on the mat. Go ahead and tuck the toes, bring the hips up and back, and on an inhale, move the body forward to half push-up, and exhale, pull the hips up and back. Now you're welcome to also do this on your knees, so when you inhale to come forward and drop down, and exhale to press back. You're also welcome to skip the push-up and just go from downward dog to plank. Try to link your movements with your breath, inhaling as you move forward, exhaling as you pull back to downward dog. We'll just work with the variation that's working for you today and do a couple more. Last one. Good. Go ahead and drop your knees for a moment. If you're working with blocks, you can move those out of the way. We're going to move into a side plank. So we'll go to the right side first. So put the right hand directly underneath your face, keeping your shoulders still over the wrist. Keep the right knee bent for now, but bring the right foot back behind you, and then straighten your left foot out to the side. And you can keep your hand on your shoulder or extend it up overhead. And you're welcome to hold this right here. You're welcome to flow with the breath, inhaling to lift the leg, exhaling to bring it down. Or if you'd like to go a little deeper, you can straighten the right foot and balance your left leg on top of your right. And you're also welcome to continue to do the flow, lifting with the inhale and exhaling to bring it back down. Any of those variations are wonderful choices for today. Just take a couple more breaths here. And we'll switch to the other side. And then back into plank on our knees. Put the left hand underneath your face. Turn that, bring that left foot back, left foot bent and back. And then straighten the right foot. You can bring your right arm straight up overhead or put your hand on your hip. And again, you're welcome to stay right here. You're welcome to float the leg with the breath. And you're also welcome to come into full side plank, straightening both legs and flowing, adding that leg, bringing it up and down with the breath. Whatever variation is working for you today, let's hold that for 2 more breaths. Good. And we'll come back into one more downward facing dog, tucking the toes, lifting the hips up and back. You're welcome to keep your legs bent. Go ahead and pedal the feet, alternating, straightening one and bending the other. And a gentle stretch for your calves. Press down through both hands, fingers spread wide. And then you can work your legs towards straight. If they stay bent, that's completely fine. Pull those hips up and back. And then slowly walk your hands to your feet, and we'll do a forward fold. Let's start with our legs bent, resting our chest on our legs. You're welcome to have your hands on your shins or your thighs. If you'd like to work your legs towards straight, you're welcome to do that. As you do that, it might help to engage your thigh muscles, tightening them, pulling them up away from your kneecaps. As you strengthen, tighten your thigh muscles, it allows your hamstrings to release a little bit deeper. And gently shake your head yes and no. Bring your hands to your hips. You can bend your legs and go ahead and come to standing. Alright, we're going to go ahead and do a palm tree. So standing with your legs shoulder width apart, put your hands on top of your head, hands interlaced, and on an inhale, we'll straighten the arms and go up on your toes, and exhale, come back down. Keep your shoulders down even when your arms are extending. Inhale to rise, exhale lower. Hands back up but with your heels down, and we'll sway gently from side to side, inhaling to lean to one side, exhale, back to center, inhale to the other side, exhale, back to center. Release your hands. We'll turn and face the side. On an inhale, we're going to sweep the arms up. On an exhale, we'll sit back, making your heels heavy. On an inhale, you can bring your hands back behind you. You can interlace them if you're able. If not, that's completely fine. Pull your chest up. Exhale, Fold forward, keeping your legs bent, letting your arms come behind you. Inhale, bring the arms back up. Exhale, stand and bring your hands together at your heart. That's a standing yoga seal. So we'll do that again. So we'll inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, bring your hands back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift the chest off your thighs, bring your arms up. Exhale, stand and bring your hands together at your heart. One more time. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, hands behind you, interlacing if you can. Exhale, drop your chest. Inhale, lift your chest and your arms. Then exhale, hands together and stand. Very good. All right, we're going to go ahead and do a few sun salutations. We'll start with a half sun salutation, and if you want to stay there as we move into the full sun salutation, you're welcome to do that or move into the full. So on an inhale, we'll sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward with a flat back. Let your neck round, your head round forward. Now on an inhale, we'll pull the head forward, creating as much length as possible in the spine, letting your chin drop just a little bit so that crown of your head can fold forward. And on an exhale, we'll fold back down. Inhale, sweep the arms up, pressing down through the feet. And exhale, bring your hands together at the heart. Let's do that half sun salutation again. Inhale, just sweep up. Exhale, fold forward, keeping the back as flat as you can for as long as you can, and then allowing yourself to round. Inhaling to pull the crown of the head forward to create length through your spine. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, sweep the arms up, press through the feet, and exhale, bring your hands together at your heart. So you're welcome to continue to move through those, or we can move through a full sun salutation. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, we'll come to flat back, pulling the crown of the head forward. And exhale, we'll step into plank. Now you're welcome to go down on your knees if you'd like for this. On the exhale, we'll bring the elbows back and slowly lower to the mat. And if you're pregnant, go ahead and press back into downward facing dog. Allow yourself to come all the way down. You're welcome to do that with bent knees. And then we'll come into a baby cobra, lifting your shoulders up off the mat, pulling your chest forward. Your hands should be light. All 10 of your toes should be pressing down into the mat to protect your lower back. Good. And then either coming through tabletop or keeping your body straight and pushing through a push-up, through a plank position, we'll move into downward facing dog. So I'll show you the knee version first. Take a breath here. Your legs can be straight or bent. And then with as many steps as you need, you can walk your hands back to your feet back to your hands, and inhale back to that flat back position. Exhaling to fold forward, inhaling, press through the feet, and exhale, bring your hands together at your heart. Good. Take a breath here. We'll move through this one more time. I'll show you the version pushing up through a push-up this time, but you're welcome to come onto your knees, and you're also welcome to skip going down altogether and just push right back into downward facing dog. So on an inhale, we'll sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring the crown of the head forward. Exhale, fold, and step back to plank. Inhale, hold, exhale, lower to the mat. Inhale, lift your shoulders and your chest off the mat, pressing your toes into the ground, and then push back into downward facing dog. Full breath here. And then walk or step your feet back to the hands. Inhale to flat back, exhale, fold, inhale, sweep the arms up, exhale, hands to heart. Good. We're going to do that one more time. This time we're going to stop in downward facing dog though and move on from there. So inhale to sweep the arms up, exhale, fold forward. Inhale to flat back, exhale, step back. You're welcome to go into downward dog, or you can go through what we call chaturanga, low cobra, and then back to downward facing dog. Good. From here, go ahead and bring your feet together. You can extend the right foot straight back. You're welcome to keep your hips in line, or if you want to open and go into a standing split, press evenly through both hands, and then bring the knee into your chest and place it between your hands. You're welcome to take extra steps to get it there. Go ahead and pivot the left foot so that it's flat on the ground. Press down through your right foot and come in to warrior two. In warrior two, we want to keep the right knee over the right ankle. Turn your left foot in ever so slightly. Press through both heels. Extend your hands straight out. Turn and look over your fingertips and take a breath here. Good. Go ahead and straighten that right leg. And this time we're going to hinge at the hips, pulling forward to the right while keeping your legs straight. You can put a micro bend in your right leg. Drop your hand to the inside of your leg. And you can bring your left hand up overhead. In triangle pose, you can turn your torso toward the ceiling. It may not rotate very far, but that's okay. Press down through both feet. Keep this right side long. Good. Then bend back into warrior two. From here, we're going to pull to the right again, but with the right leg straight. Drop your elbow to your thigh and sweep the hand in front of your face so that you can create a nice long line between your left fingertips and your left heel, an extended side angle. Good. On your next inhale, circle the arms back to warrior two. Take one breath here. Come up onto your left toes and press your hands back into the mat on either side of your right foot. And then we'll step back into downward facing dog. Bring those feet together once again. Extend the left leg straight up behind you. Again, you're welcome to just pull it straight back, keeping your heels level. Or if you'd like to move into standing split, you can open your hips and lift your left foot up higher. Press through both hands, especially that right one, and then bring your left foot into your chest and place it between your hands. Pivot your right foot this time down onto the ground, and then circle your arms up into warrior two on the left side. So left toes are facing the short side of your mat. Right toes are slightly turned in, pressing through both feet, making sure that left knee doesn't go past your left ankle. And take a breath here. Good. Go ahead and straighten that leg, and we'll prepare to go into triangle pose. So hinging at the hips, pulling to the left, reaching as far forward as you can without collapsing. Place your left hand on the inside of your left leg and let your right arm float up overhead, turning your chest toward the ceiling. Again, it may not rotate very far, but that's okay. Try to keep your left side long and press through both heels. Good. Back into warrior two. With the left leg bent, we'll lean forward, pulling to the left. Drop your left elbow to your left thigh, and then you can sweep the arm in front of you to create a nice long line between your left fingertips and your right heel, an extended side angle pose. And then come back up to warrior two. One more breath here. Circle the hands back down and press back into warrior, downward facing dog. Good. Walking your hands and feet together. Do one more forward fold here. Your legs can be bent or straight. Try to bring your weight a little bit forward so that your heels aren't too heavy. Bring your hands to your hips and go ahead and come to standing. Very good. All right. Go ahead and move into goddess pose now. So feet not as wide as they were for warrior two. Toes facing out at about a 45-degree angle. Go ahead and bend your knees so that your knees are over your ankle. Adjust your stance however you need. Cactus the arms or put them on your hips. You're welcome to hold here, or we can move through a bit of a flow, inhaling to bring the arms straight up overhead and coming up onto the toes, or you can keep your heels down. Exhaling to come back down into goddess. So inhaling, growing tall, exhaling, back down. As you put your hands in that cactus pose, feel your shoulder blades pulling together behind your back. And last breath here. Good. Come to stand. All right, we will do balance pose before we move to the ground. We'll come to tree pose. So let's bring the weight into the left foot. Turn the right toe out. You're welcome to keep your toes on the ground. Hands on your hips, shoulders down, crown of the head pulling up. Find a focal spot for your eyes, or you can bring your foot to your calf or up to your inner thigh. You can bring your hands together at your heart. You can float them up overhead. You're also welcome to interlace your hands, turn them palms up, and reach toward the ceiling. Find whatever variation of tree is working best for you today, and we'll just hold this for a few breaths. Good. Release your hands back to your hips, and your knee back in, and bring it down. Shift the weight over to your right foot. You can turn the left foot out, either keeping it on the ground or finding the foot position that's going to work best for you for today. Just keep it off of your knee. Find that focal spot for your eyes, and then find the hand position that works best for you. So it might be here, might be arms up overhead, or you might try interlacing, turning your palms up and reaching toward the ceiling with your shoulders staying down. first. Turning your left knee in and releasing. Very good. All right, coming to about the center of your mat, facing one side. We're going to come down into a low squat. If you've got a block that you'd like to sit on, you're welcome to do that, or even a chair or a pillow or whatever you'd like. So you can either, with your feet about a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, toes slightly turned out, you can come all the way down and press your knees open with your arms, creating a nice flat back. Or, like I said, you're welcome to sit up on something to support you. But if you're able to see your back, make sure it's not arching or rounding. Try to keep it as flat as possible. We'll take a couple breaths here. Very good. All right, we'll come all the way down to the ground now. You can move your blocks out of the way. And we're going to go ahead and come into camel or baby camel. So coming up onto your knees, releasing your toes. You're welcome to put a blanket underneath your knees. You're also welcome to stand if this hurts your knees. So knees about shoulder width apart, feet about shoulder width apart. And go ahead and put your hands on your lower back or on your hips. And on an inhale, we'll pull the chest up and forward. Up and forward with your chest, keeping that bend in your upper back. If it feels okay in your neck, you can let your chin come up. You're welcome to stay here, or if you'd like, you can reach back and grab your heels, but keep the hips pulling forward and the chest pulling up and forward. Hands back to your hips. You can swing your legs in front of you. We're going to go ahead and move into a reverse table. So with your feet shoulder width apart and your hands a little wider than shoulder width apart, fingers facing out, fingertips away from each other. You're going to press through the feet and lift the hips. Now you might only come a little bit, and that's just fine. Work on opening your chest, pulling it up toward the ceiling, then lifting your hips as high as you can. Or if you're able, you can press your hips higher up. Just don't let your feet, don't let the arches of your feet pull up. You can keep your arches pressed down. Lift your chest. And we'll take a couple breaths here in reverse tabletop. If you'd like to add a little bit of a flow, you can inhale, up, exhale, lower. Good. One last breath here. We'll go ahead and move now into bound angle or butterfly pose. So bringing the soles of your feet together. You can bring your feet close to your body or have your feet farther away, whatever feels good. Try to create nice length through your spine. If you need to sit up on a folded blanket, you're welcome to do that. A couple breaths. If you have the space to walk your hands forward while keeping your spine long, you can do that, or you can stay right here. You're also welcome to put your hands behind you if that helps you. Let your breath flow deeply. walk your hands back up. We'll go ahead and lay back on our back. If you've got a strap, you can go ahead and grab it now. And we'll begin by putting the strap on the soles of both of our feet. And then we'll work the feet toward straight. So you can keep them bent here, trying to keep the small of your back flat against the ground, or you can work your legs towards straight. The idea here is to make a 90-degree angle with your body perpendicular, your feet perpendicular to the floor, not to pull your feet close to your forehead. Take a couple deep breaths here. Keep the strap on just your right foot, or if you don't have a strap and you just want to pull your right knee into your chest, you can do that as well. Extend the left leg straight, pulling that left heel away from you, flexing the left foot. Again, you can stay here with the leg bent, or you can work it towards straight. Again, just trying to get that foot straight up and down, heel and ankle over the hip. If your grip is getting tired, you can wrap the strap around you, around your hands. And that'll release some of the pressure on your grip. Good. And the right leg. Strap around the sole of your left foot. Extend the right foot straight, right foot flexed, and again you can stay here with the leg bent. If you need to bend that bottom leg, that is completely fine too. Or if you can work that left leg towards straight, you're invited to do that as well. And release. You can move the strap off to the side. Go ahead and cross the right leg over the left, so your right ankle is just below your left knee. You can put some gentle pressure on your right leg, or you can interlace your hands behind your left knee and pull your left knee in towards your chest. Keep both feet flexed, that protects your joints. And take a couple deep breaths here. Good. Release and switch sides. Cross the left leg over the right. Again, you can put some pressure on your left leg gently, or you can interlace your hands and bring your knees in towards your chest. Go ahead and do a gentle twist with both feet flat, hands out to the side, palms down, We'll just gently let the knees fall to the right and to the left, however far feels comfortable. If you're pregnant, make sure to keep these movements pretty small. And everybody, be sure to listen to your body and just move in a way that feels good. You can bring your knees together, spread your feet a little bit wider apart so that your knees can relax. You're also welcome to extend your legs straight out, or if you're pregnant, to roll onto your left side. You can turn your palms up, bring your shoulder blades together underneath your body, and go ahead and find a comfortable resting pose. I invite you to relax your attention, soften your breathing, and just allow yourself to rest here. We'll stay here for about 5 minutes. You're welcome to focus on your breathing or just let your mind wander. You're welcome to have your eyes open or to have your eyes closed, whatever works for you. And now you can bring your attention and your awareness back to the room. Feel the floor beneath you. Gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. And if you had your eyes closed, you can open them at any time. Take a slow, deep breath. And then slowly roll onto your left side, using your hands to slowly support you back up into a comfortable seated position.